Hello everyone, welcome to Social Media Tip of the Week edition 25. So what does couches, cars, profanity, trolls and your Facebook settings have to do with each other? And what's the reason that I want to talk about all those things? How do they connect? And what's the reason that it's important for you to know about all those things? That is what I'm going to talk about with you today for Social Media Tip of the Week edition 25. Oh, exciting. I've got comments today. Hello, Julie. Thank you for saying hello. We've got Mel. Good morning, guys, in my neck of the world. Good afternoon or evening in other parts of the world. I know it's pretty dark here. Hi, Olive. Hi, Lynn. I'm sitting in my car. As you can see, I am at Saturday morning football. Again, this is becoming a common occurrence. Hey, David, great to see you on. I hope you're doing really well. Hello, Crystal. So yeah, the lighting's not too good here. Hopefully you can see me okay. Ollie just played his football match and they blitzed it. They won by a mile. So awesome stuff. Good to see you guys all in. As you're jumping in, give me the palm tree down below. That's the emoji for our online crew here. If we've not met before, you're not familiar with my Facebook Lives, my name is Helen Martin. Hello, Sandrine. Hello, Patricia. And I'm your online crew captain. No captain's hat today because I'm in my car at the football. But we have the most awesome online crew community here of home-based business owners, entrepreneurs, direct sellers, those in network marketing, in the entrepreneurial world, and we are learning to build our business on social media with modern online strategies. My screen just went really dark. Can you see me okay, guys? Because I look actually like I can hardly see myself. So hopefully you guys can see me okay. There's actually not much I can do about it unless I start driving my car, and I'm not about to do that because that's highly illegal here. Hey, Monica. Typo, Monica. You just called me Gellin. That's funny. All good though. I know that's just a typo. So awesome to see you guys on. The tip I want to give you today is related to something in your Facebook settings, which if you haven't done this, I would highly recommend that you do. Now, this is only related to settings on a business page, okay? So if you are only using your personal profile, then this won't be relevant to you right now, but I would like you to still listen to it so you're aware of it. And if you start a business page somewhere in the future, this is something that you want to do at the time that you set up the page. Those of you that have already got business pages, I would highly recommend this tip that I'm going to give you. Well, there's two. That you go back into the settings of your Facebook page and check that this is all set up. So what I mean by, couches, cars, profanity, trolls, and your Facebook settings is some of you that are familiar with my lives, you might remember I had quite an interesting Facebook Live a couple of months back, I think it was, and there was about 5 people that jumped on my live and started talking about couches. So I was like, where's the couch? I thought you were selling a couch. I want to know where the couch is. And there was about 5 people all chiming in with this conversation about this couch. And I tried to ignore it for as long as I could. And I did cave in the end, which is not the right thing to do, guys. I can't really remember what I said, but I acknowledged it in quite an appropriate way, but I shouldn't have acknowledged it at all. And I want to give you the reason why these things are related and what you want to do about it, okay? So there is actually, I didn't know this until just recently, there's actually Facebook groups that are set up for the sole purpose to pick on somebody's Facebook Live, share it in their group of theirs, and deliberately skew the conversation to either couches, cars, profanity in some way. And they'll say things like, where's the couch? I'm looking for the couch. How much is the couch? Or I heard you were selling a Ford Focus or a Honda Civic or something like that. Where's the car? I want to know where the car is. What color is the car? What year model is the car? And they start that, and they jump on together. And there are groups that specifically do this for fun, guys. I didn't know that at the time. I know now, but I want to warn you guys, and I'm not saying this will ever happen to you, but just be aware that if you see, words coming up, particularly about a couch or about a car that's totally left of field to what you're talking about, two things. One, I'm going to give you 2 tips for your Facebook settings that'll stop that straight away. And the second thing is how you deal with it. Now, because I wasn't used to it, and I tried to ignore it initially, it did get the better of me because there was 5 people doing it, and it rattled me. And that's exactly the intention of them doing it. And I can't believe that there's groups of people that get a kick out of doing things like that. When, there's some of us that show up on social media quite a lot just to give value to people and teach you guys stuff. And so for people to be low enough to, be in a group where their sole purpose is to put people off and deliberately throw you off your Facebook life, like, get a life, people. If there's anybody listening that's you, like, seriously, get a life. There's some of us that are actually trying to give good value and help people in their businesses, particularly in the entrepreneurial world, and that's not nice. So the last thing we want to do is give into it. And because I wasn't used to it and I wasn't experienced with it, I did eventually cave. And so I was rattled in my mind. And I mean, some of you guys that have been on my lives for quite a while now, you'll remember that one because it was a standout. And I went straight into my coaching community after that live. And I'm like, I'm so angry with myself for reacting. I can't believe I reacted. Why didn't I ignore it? Like, I was just totally honest with my coaching community going, I know better than that. And these things happen, guys. But I just want to warn you, because if there's something totally, Mel, get a life. If there's something totally left of field, and it's generally more than one person, because they share the live. So somebody starts to go live, like it would have been my live in this case. Somebody would have shared it because it's public. Like, this is a public page. Somebody would have shared it into the group and go, let's go have some fun with this girl. And so whoever sees it at the time in that group, then they all jump on and they all start talking about this couch. So, you're thinking, what's going on here? Because it's more than one person. Okay, so just be aware of, any kind of discussion around couches or cars or profanity or even compliments like, you're so beautiful, I think I'm in love with you, all that, just those kind of things. Just be really aware of that and obviously ignore it. Their sole purpose is to throw you off. So the last thing you want to do is give it any kind of acknowledgement whatsoever. Now, here's the tips that I want to give you. So on a business page, if you go to your settings, you will need to do this on a computer, guys. There's 2 areas that I want you to look for. So when you go to settings, it'll be the first screen that is shown to you, and there's a whole lot of headings in bold black writing of different options to do. So about halfway down or thereabouts, there's 2 headings in bold that I want you to look at. One is called page moderation, and the one, I think it's directly underneath, but because I'm not on my computer showing you this, I'm not 100% sure, but the second one is called profanity filter. So I'll say that again. So the 2 tips in your settings are page moderation is one heading and profanity filter is the second heading. And I'm pretty sure they sit on top of each other. So the page moderation one is just you're choosing between, this may not be exactly the right words, but something like soft, medium and strong, or soft, medium and I think it's strong. And what that means is language. So you're setting your page in what kind of language is acceptable or not. So if there's strong language or medium language or, soft language is okay. So it's basically moderating the language on your page. I have set mine to medium. Some people will set it to strong. So strong language is not allowed. You're sort of blocking it in a way. The more important one is the one underneath. So hang on, I'm just picking up a question from Mel. If someone shares something from your business page, how can you find who it is on Facebook? Not notifying at all, not in insights. I'm not quite understanding your question, Mel. There's more to it, so I'll go back after this live and have a look at it. But so what we want to do with the comments, I'll tell you in a minute. I'm not sure if that's going to answer your question, Mel, but I'll get to the comments side of it in a moment. But the one underneath it, which says profanity filter, you can put a whole lot of words in there that are unacceptable on your page and they won't even show. So I've just recently added in there, so I've had swear words, I won't say them here, but any of the main sort of swear words, crude words, even words like pyramid scheme, joke, scam, because some people use those words. They're all words that I've got written in my profanity filter. So if anyone uses those words, it gets hidden from my timeline straight away. So I reckon I would have about 50 words or thereabouts in my profanity filter. So when you go into this box in your settings, it just enables you to keep adding words. So use words, like pyramid scheme, scam, all the rude words that you know, all the offensive words that you know, put them all in there. But I've actually just added in the word couch. I've added in the word car. I've added in, more specific words that I now know groups actually are set up for that purpose. So that's what I'm recommending you do. That's my tip for this week, is to go into your settings and, set it to, so the 2-page moderation, perhaps set it to strong. And profanity filter, have all sorts of words that are offensive to you in your industry and put in the words couch and car and stuff like that. Now, you might think that car, well, that's a really general word. Yes, it is. But what happens then is Facebook hides the comment immediately because it's flagged in your settings, but you can unhide it. So there was actually one last week. I'm not sure what it was, but it wasn't offensive at all. But it shows me in the comments when I'm going back and saying hello to everybody, it says this comment has been hidden. So you just put your finger on it and it shows you what the comment was and you can just unhide it. So yeah, I can't remember what the exact word was, but it was someone I know well in my community and I thought, I wonder why that was hidden. So I just put my finger on it, saw what it says, and it's like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. So I unhid it. So even though you've unhid it, is that a word? I don't think that's good English, Ellen. Anyway, so even when so they just immediately get hidden from your timeline so nobody can see them, okay? The other thing that you can do with that, like if it's not hidden and it appears, is that you want to go and hide those comments and, ban the person afterwards. I've spoken about this just recently, but if you didn't hear that Facebook Live of mine about how to deal with difficult people, because they're out there, is if anyone's left those couches, cars, or any kind of profanity, just go back to your live, hide the comment, and then go and ban the person. Don't do it the other way around, because what's happened to me is I've banned the person first, but so because I've banned them, I haven't been able to then hide their comment. So their comment still sits there and I can't do anything about it because I did it the wrong way around. So you want to hide the comment first, then, ban the person and just get rid of, those kind of people. Okay. What was the other thing? There was something else I was going to say about that. It'll come back to me in a second. Let me have a look at a couple of your comments. It also includes all the variations of the curse words. Also, people get around it by putting periods in between letters like scam. Oh, that's a good one, Amber. So that's somebody who knows what they're doing. That's something to watch out for. So as soon as you see something new like that, I would then go back into my settings and add in something like that, like Amber's written in the comments section, if you guys can see that. I would then go back into my settings and just keep adding them in. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Just remember, with live video, most people are catching the replay. There will be a handful of people that may watch you live. But remember, if you don't acknowledge any kind of comment like this on the live, and you hide all the comments that were related to it, anybody watching the replay would have no idea that it ever existed. Whereas if you acknowledge it on the live video, it's always there. So even if you hide the comments, and so there's no visual presence in the written form, in the comments of your live video, if you've actually said, What do you mean couch? Like, what are you talking about? Are you on the right live? Like, I don't know what's going on here. Are you talking about a couch? That's going to be on the replay. So it's really important for the replay viewer, which majority of your viewers will be on the replay, that there is no acknowledgement of it whatsoever. So if you don't say anything, then a replay viewer didn't even know it ever existed. So the video that I'm talking about, where I did react, that will always be there, even though I've hidden the comments and blocked the people. What I said by acknowledge the comment, it'll always be on that video. So that's another reason why you don't want to acknowledge spammy, comments, is for the replay viewer. They need to know, they would not know any different if you don't actually acknowledge it on the live, because our live viewers are very minimal in compared to the total views that you'll get out of a live video. Okay, does that make sense, guys?